which apparently he did. The dog's photo finish was captured on camera, and then after he got a whole lot of pets, he was safely returned back home. Caitlin Clark not on board with the LeBron James diet. Let's start with what he told the Mind Game podcast.
So I wasn't playing as the season started.
Yeah.
So I needed to give up something.
Yeah.
I got to sacrifice something, and I actually did two things that I very love, and that is drinking wine and my chocolate chip cookies.
Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark weighed in saying, no. In a comment on an ESPN Instagram post about this, she wrote, "I'd rather retire than do this. This is why he's him." Turns out getting the COVID shot and the booster can significantly prevent a potentially deadly complication for pregnant women. Listen to this. We're talking about preeclampsia, which is marked by high blood pressure and organ dysfunction. That is actually the leading cause of maternal and neonatal mortality.
We usually talk about preventing severe infection, preventing ICU stays, preventing preterm birth. All of those are important. But preventing preeclampsia, that's something new. And honestly, it makes a lot of sense. When we reduce inflammation and protect blood vessels, we're not just stopping a virus. We may be protecting the whole pregnancy ecosystem.
That's CBS medical contributor Dr. Celine Gounder. Word of the benefit comes as part of a multinational study from the Inter-COVID Consortium. This was a 30% reduction risk in pregnant women and near 60% in pregnant women who have pre-existing conditions. You can read more about this in the journal eClinical Medicine. We now know what killed Pulp Fiction actor Peter Green. He was found dead in his Lower East Side apartment December 12th. The medical examiner says he died from an accidental gunshot wound to the armpit. He was not found until several days later. That was when neighbors reported hearing Christmas music playing nonstop. So it looks like the economy is taking a bite out of the restaurant business.
According to a Pop Menu survey, consumers currently spend $90 on restaurants per week, down from $115 last June. Due to higher food and labor costs, 71% of restaurants plan to raise menu prices, up from 57% last year. Pop Menu CEO and co-founder Brendan Sweeney recommends consumers
sign up for as many of those favorite restaurants as you can for their mailing list, and then you get the best chance of seeing as many deals out there as possible.
Sweeney says restaurants this year are expected to implement new dining options and AI technologies.
That's Jennifer Kuiper. 1 in 5 say they may adopt variable pricing, as in prices changing based on demand, time of day of the week, or seasonality. Now this message: if you suspect nursing home abuse, call the law firm of Kelly and Grossman at 1-800-ELDERLY.
Want money help without spending money? NYC Financial Empowerment Centers have been helping New Yorkers do more with their money since 2008. They can help you too. Get free, confidential, personalized guidance from their professional financial counselors to pay down debt, create a spending plan, or save. You must be at least 18 and live or work in New York City. Call 311 or visit nyc.gov/talkmoney to learn more.
So, should we split the bill?
But math is the worst.
Not all math, because with New York Lottery's extra multiplier scratch-off games, you can multiply your winnings up to 200 times.
Wait, multiply my winnings?
Yeah, you take your winnings, then multiply those winnings up to 200 times.
So all of my winnings times 200?
Yeah, that.
Oh, I've always said math's the best.
Play for chances to multiply your winnings 30, 50, up to 200 times. Prizes up to $5 million. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
The heartbeat of the city at the speed of New Yorkers. 1010 wins at 92.3 FM.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 wins on 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning. 36 degrees at 7:20 on this Thursday, February 19th. I'm Susan Richard. Here's what's happening. The man formerly known as Britain's Prince Andrew has been arrested in the UK in connection with the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking scandal. Both management and striking New York Presbyterian nurses getting back to the bargaining table today. Mayor Mamdani stands by his nuclear option to balance the city budget.
The question of raising property taxes is that of last resort, one that we are deeply hopeful of avoiding.
Word that a U.S. strike on Iran could happen this weekend. And Lara Trump says her father-in-law's got a speech already written.
I guess at the right time, and I don't know when the right time is.
The topic? Aliens. In sports, Team USA men's hockey advances in the medal round with a win over Sweden. Women play for the gold this afternoon against Canada. AccuWeather, a cloudy day, 42 degrees, 721. Back to Karen Stewart. Let's get you where you need to go.
Problem number one is in Queens. The Van Wyck northbound at exit 12 of the LIE has an accident involving a box truck. They've moved it over to the shoulder. It had been blocking a lane. The Van Wyck is very slow, almost back to Kew Gardens. Then we talk about the Van Wyck southbound after the Grand Central Parkway. We have an accident there. It blocks the two right lanes, and there are heavy delays there as well. New Jersey, southbound 1 and 9 locals before McClellan Street, right next to Newark Liberty. We have a down pole. It's in the right-hand lane. Over to Hudson's as we check what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. 45 Holland, 40 Lincoln, and only 15 to 20 in at the GW Bridge from everywhere. After a while of alternate side parking rules being suspended in the city, alternate side parking rules are back in effect as of this morning. So plan accordingly. An NJ Transit's Amtrak Portal Bridge Replacement Project underway. Direct service into Penn Station on the Morrison, Essex, Gladstone, and Montclair Booten lines, all being diverted to Hoboken. This project goes on until mid-March. Traffic is sponsored by Cars for Kids. Karen Stewart, 1010 wins at 92.3 FM.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call now, 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS, or go to carsforkids.com. That's Cars with a K.
A member of the British royal family has been arrested. This is Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, the man formerly known as Prince Andrew.
This over revelations contained in the Epstein files that Andrew may have shared confidential information with his friend, the late convicted pedophile billionaire Jeffrey Epstein. Addresses associated with the disgraced younger brother of King Charles are now being searched. Andrew has not been charged with any crime, and he has continued to deny the sexual assault accusations leveled by Epstein victim Virginia Giuffre, who died by suicide last year.
That's correspondent Vicky Barker. The arrest comes on suspicion of misconduct in public office. Andrew served as trade envoy for Britain, with some of the emails to Jeffrey Epstein coming from nations that he was visiting in that capacity. And after he previously said he had cut ties to the convicted pedophile. There's also word that Epstein had trafficked girls through British airports and that Andrew may have given information that somehow pertained to that. As for what this means for Britain's royal family,
It has serious implications for the monarchy in this country. The reality is this man still is in line to the succession. But for a moment of quirk of fate, he could have been the man who was the king.
That's ABC royal contributor Robert Jobson. So far, no comment from Buckingham Palace. Today is the day reps for New York Presbyterian Hospital and the Nurses Union meet again with a mediator to try and end the strike that is now in its 6th week.
Presbyterian nurse and lead negotiator Beth Loudon speaking with 1010 Wins.
We did get to talk to the mediators. I think we're well prepared. I think everybody's on the same page as to what the issues are.
And those issues still weeks later, job security and nurse-to-patient ratio, among others. Loudon says that there's a financial strain on the 4,200 nurses who've been out on the picket line all this time.
We do have nurses that are struggling in that regard, and we wouldn't be crazy to not mention that. We have been building our own hardship funds. We have been building our own network of mutual aid.
So it is back to the bargaining table with this mediator. We'll keep you updated if it appears a deal is close. Glenn Schuck, 1010 Wins, 92.3 FM.
It's a so-called nuclear option, but Mayor Mamdani is standing behind his insistence that if Albany does not raise taxes on wealthier New Yorkers, New York City will need to raise property taxes by 9.5%.
We are working to lower costs for property owners across the city. As I have said, the question of raising property taxes is that of last resort, one that we are deeply hopeful of avoiding.
City Controller Mark Levine tells 1010 Wins he is not on board with this.
We need to reform and fix the property tax system no matter what. But that's not a quick process. And so in the meantime, we're going to have to find other solutions to close the budget gap. And the gap is real. I don't want to minimize that. But raising property taxes is not the answer.
The gap is nearly $5.5 billion. Meantime, the mayor acknowledged that a property tax hike could endanger another key campaign promise, that of freezing the rent for stabilized apartments. Now, Bloomberg Money Watch. Here's John Tucker.
And Susan, let's start with Walmart. Those shares right now, pre-market, down 3%. Walmart has issued a forecast for the full year earnings that missed higher expectations. The company's running up against fierce competition, uneven consumer sentiment, and something about lackluster job market. Now, with those results, Amazon.com has officially dethroned Walmart as the biggest global company by revenue. Ahead of the open on Wall Street, Dow futures down 95, S&P futures down 9, the Nasdaq futures 66 points lower. I'm John Tucker, Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM.
At Citizens, we help make sense of your money and all your money questions.
Do I keep renting or finally buy?
Do I plan for a vacation or plan for a renovation?
How big of a nest should my nest egg be?
If money talks, what's it say to me?
Is cash still king?
Wait, when did a dollar slice go up to $3? Whatever money questions you have, Citizens has the answers. Make sense of your money at citizensbank.com/made-ready. Member FDIC.
Listen up, basketball fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $150 into something bigger when you bet on player points, rebounds, triple doubles.
$150 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Good morning. Susan Richard here with this message from Barish and McGarry. News out of Washington, where Congress recently passed the bill securing long-term funding for the World Trade Center health program. Without that, they would have had to stop accepting new patients after 2027. So if you lived, worked, studied, or volunteered in Lower Manhattan, south of Canal Street, on or in the 8 months after 9/11, and you thought it was too late to apply, please know it is not. And now with 68 boxes of new data on the toxins at Ground Zero, more cancers and respiratory illnesses could be added to the list of 69 already approved for compensation. With the WTC Health Program, you receive free health care for life, including early detection screening. So it's really important to apply right now, even if you're perfectly healthy. So here's what you do. You contact Barish and McGarry today. It costs you nothing to apply. Go to 911awards.com, 911awards with an S.com. Barish and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community.
Take the guesswork out of cooking, folks. The Chef IQ Sense is a must-have wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates under or over cooking chicken, fish, or steak. Order the newly released third-generation Chef IQ Sense at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Time is valuable. That's why Lowe's Blueprint Takeoffs turn blueprints into quotes faster. Bring us your plans, and we'll generate itemized material lists to make quoting easier so you can get back to building. Plus, at the Lowe's Pro Desk, you get access to thousands of building materials not sold in store. And when your order's ready, we'll deliver everything to the job site. Improving is easy at Lowe's.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Nutrition is medicine. Help God's love we deliver. Bring tailored meals to neighbors too ill to shop or cook. Support that mission at glwd.org.
And a very good Thursday morning. I'm Scott Stanford. President Trump weighing potential military action against Iran, with top national security officials telling him U.S. forces could be ready to strike as soon as Saturday. Those sources say the timeline could extend beyond this weekend, and no final decision has been made. All this as both countries engage in talks to curb Iran's nuclear capabilities.
The White House isn't setting a timeline for negotiations with Iran, but Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said there was, quote, a little bit of progress made during the indirect talks this week, though she added that the two sides remain very far apart on some issues.
The Iranians are expected to come back to us with some more detail in the next couple of weeks, and so the president will continue to watch how this plays out.